Mabuhay everyone, Mark Chess here. Welcome to the channel, and today we are going to talk about the best performing basketball sneakers that are out now in the market depending on the price range. Well, at least for me, these are my recos. So let's get on with it. Just a little disclaimer, these are depending on their SRP. I'm basing it on SRPs, but some of the sneakers are already on sale on the outlet. So some of them are priced low right now, which is good for you. So let's start off first with the lowest price point, 100 to 120 US dollars or 5,000 to 6,200 pesos. My favorites on this price points right now is of course the Adidas Dawn Issue 1, Spida Mitchell's signature shoe. The bounce cushion in this sneaker is very nice. It's a full-length bounce sneaker. You just need to break in the bounce cushion just a little bit for a short period of time. Then you can really feel the bounce cushion right under your foot. It feels very bouncy. Enough bounciness in the forefoot. Impact protection in the heel is also very good. And of course, the responsiveness and court feel of the sneaker is really nice. And as for the upper, it is a mesh upper. Ventilation wise, very nice. Support in the forefoot laterally and medially is very good. The heel containment is also very nice. It's a low cut sneaker, but still there's enough ankle protection. And of course, the cushioning on the heel is very comfortable. It's not just that. The support on the sneaker is very good. I even like the design of this because I like Spider-Man. I'm a fan of Spider-Man, so I'm a little biased with this. But overall, the performance of the sneaker is really nice. So that is my first reco on this category. The next one is of course one of my favorite sneakers for 2019. It's the PG3, still on top of my list. If you want a bang for your buck sneaker, the PG3 is the way to go. As for the upper of the sneaker, it's also a mesh upper. The ventilation in the PG3 is good and the sneaker is very minimal. It's very light. So if you're into like the Kobe-like sneaker that is very light, PG3 is the way to go. Very responsive, low to the ground, but still very comfortable and very knee friendly if you're a little bit older. So this is a good sneaker for you if you like court feel and responsiveness. Overall, the forefoot, midfoot, and heel part support is very good. The main feature that I really love about the PG3s, of course, is the traction. The traction is phenomenal. I mean, on the clean court, awesome. On the dusty court, still very good. You won't slip. Dust pickup is irrelevant. Overall, the traction is just amazing. And of course, the Asia release is made out of XDR rubber, which you can hoop outdoor. Right now, there are lots of colorways that are out now. I especially like the NASA all gray space colorway, but I already got one NASA. It's over there and I'm good with that. Next up on my list is the Anta KT4. Yes, this is a Chinese brand. And if you're into the Chinese brand and you don't like to go with the wave of the Nikes and the Adidas, the big brands, I mean, Anta KT4 is the way to go. The traction on this sneaker is amazing. You don't need any break-in time for the traction. Same as the PG3s. Traction on a dusty court, it is still gripping. And of course, in the very clean court, it has a gnarly bite. It squeaks a lot, which I really love. A flash foam cushion setup of the KT4s is also amazing. Impact protection in the heel, forefoot bounciness is also enough and giving you enough responsiveness. Court feel is still good, although it's not excellent. Especially like the lateral outrigger on the KT4s. It gives you more stability when you're stopping on a dime like Klay Thompson. You need to be balanced for a jump shot. KT4 gives you maximum stability, especially in the forefoot area. And as for the upper of the KT4s, it really depends on the colorway. The first few colorways that came out with the KT4s is a mesh upper. Lately, they've been coming out with synthetic leathers. The one that I have is made out of synthetic leather, which is really good for support. So if you're getting a KT4s, I would highly recommend the mesh upper or the synthetic leather upper. It gives you more support laterally in the forefoot and at the same time more support around your ankle. Anta will be opening their flagship store over at Mega Mall around early October, so watch out for their flagship store. I would be guessing they will have KT4s all over the store, and I hope that they'll be bringing other basketball performance sneaker that Anta is carrying right now. Next up on this category, if you're more on the budget, don't worry, don't fret. There's lots of choices in this category. Another one in my list is the Kyrie Low 2. I have the Mr. Krabs edition, which I really love. Other colorways of the Kyrie Low 2 features mesh upper. I think it's pretty much the same. The Mr. Krabs colorway comes with the synthetic or patent leather upper, which is very good for support. Don't mind the ventilation compared to the mesh upper, but if you're not into the synthetic leather or patent leather upper, the mesh upper is also very nice, but I like the look on this one. It's shiny. It looks like the shell of Mr. Krabs. At the same time, very supportive upper. Of course, the support, even though this is a low cut sneaker, the support on the Kyrie Low 2 in the heel protection is very nice. At the same time, the mid-foot wing hugs your foot down to the footbed and gives you lateral support. Overall, the performance of the sneaker is very nice. And as for the cushion of the Kyrie Low 2, I was kind of surprised with the cushion setup with this. Impact protection on the sneaker is very nice, given that this is a Kyrie sneaker. Kyrie doesn't really mind that much. I think he likes it really close to the ground. This one, you're not really too close to the ground, you're not high, just enough cushion underneath your foot and the floor. And impact protection, the heel is very nice. 4-foot zoom, you can feel it. I know that there's a heel zoom unit in the Kyrie Low 2. I didn't feel the bounce in it, but the impact protection is there. So overall cushion setup on the Kyrie Low 2 is very good. Traction is one of the most important thing. Kyrie Low 2's traction is very good. Just a little bit of break-in time on the traction of the Kyrie Low 2. You just need to remove the film on the traction, then you're good to go. The traction is very nice. On a dusty court, it doesn't pick up dust, and on a clean court, it squeaks a lot and it grips really hard. Last one on this price point is of course the Adidas Dame 5s. It's also a full-length bounce setup. Cushion setup is similar to the Dawn Issue 1, but I feel like the Dame 5's bounce unit is a little bit more plush compared to the Dawn Issue 1, especially when my niece really needs that impact protection. The full-length bounce setup on the Dame 5 is very good. Impact protection in the heel is very good. There is enough bounce in the forefoot, delivering you court feel and responsiveness. Like what Dame Lillard really likes. He wants it to be responsive. He wants to be quick off his feet, so responsiveness and court feel is amazing on the sneaker. And also for the upper of the sneaker, very supportive. It's kind of a mid-cut sneaker, so ankle protection is very nice. And the impression that the Dame 5 really left me was it is really comfortable around the ankle heel collar. The cushion there is amazing. It's one of the most comfortable sneaker to own right now. It's a very wide footer friendly. The forefoot area, although some colorways have different materials. Some have felt material that looks kind of cheap, and some have synthetic leather, which I like for extra support. In terms of ventilation, it will sacrifice a bit, but still, if you're more into the support, the synthetic leather is really nice. And there's a lot of dope colorways that are out now. There's one in the green camo colorway that looks like a baiting ape colorway, and you can rock them off court. I mean, overall performance on the Dame 5s is really nice, but the traction is not consistent on the colorway, so better watch out for that. So better test it in store if traction is very important for you, just like me. So next price point is the $130 or 6,700 pesos. There are two sneakers that I would recommend in this price point. Of course, this is the Why Not Special Edition or Summer Edition. It's the low-cut Why Not. What I really love about the Why Nots is the upper is very supportive. Also has the wings in the midfoot, and there's one lateral wing for extra lateral support. Overall support of the upper is very nice. There's a huge heel plate to protect your ankle and your heel. There's no heel slippage. The cushion setup of the Why Nots is also very nice. It's like the bigger brother of the PG3s. PG3s are lower to the ground, but the Why Nots cushion setup is a little bit thicker, and the zoom unit in the forefoot is a lot bigger compared to the PG3s. Of course, impact protection in the Why Nots is very good. It has a thick injected Phylon, which is also very plush. If you are someone who likes a decoupled outsole similar to the Jordan 28, I know there are lots of fans of the Jordan 28's decoupled outsole. You will love the Why Not 0.2 SE version because the decoupled outsole of this has a really nice heel-to-toe transition. And don't worry about stability. It's a TPE plate in the middle that will give excellent stability on the sneaker. The traction on the Why Not 0.2, like the PG3s, very gnarly bite on a clean court. On dusty court, it doesn't pick up dust. which I really like, and it's a very dependable traction setup for this price point. I mean, the Why Not Special Edition is bang for your buck sneaker. The other sneaker that I will recommend for the $130 or 6,700 is of course the Kyrie 5. The Zoom Turbo unit is very nice. It's very bouncy in the forefoot, at the same time giving you excellent court feel and responsiveness. On the heel, depends on the colorway. I had the tackle colorway. The impact protection, the heel is not that nice there, but the SpongeBob that I had recently was very plush. I really like it. The injected Phylon didn't feel stiff. If you're into court feel, responsiveness, and a nice bounce in the forefoot, the Kyrie 5 is the way to go. For my SpongeBob colorway, also the traction is better compared to my tackle colorway. SpongeBob traction has a gum bottom, while the Patrick Star colorway has a regular rubber compound. Still very grippy. Traction is really gnarly. And at the same time, I think you can hoop with them outdoors. And another nice feature on the Kyrie 5 is the support. So if you're looking for a very low profile court feel responsiveness sneaker with ankle protection, the Kyrie 5 is the way to go. It's a mid-cut sneaker, and when you lace up, your ankle is really well protected. So if you're a really shifty guard, you want to protect your ankle, Kyrie 5 is a nice sneaker to have. Support on the Kyrie 5 all over is phenomenal. If you don't want your foot really to move anywhere, the Kyrie 5 is really one of the most supportive sneaker out now. Trust me on that. Now let's move on to the 140 to 150 US dollars, or 7,200 pesos to 7,700, 7,800, that range. Of course, from Adidas, it's the Adidas T-Mac Millennium. I like the full-length boost setup of the T-Mac Millennium better than the Hardens, because I felt that the boost in the T-Mac Millennium is a lot bouncier and thicker. Even though it's a full-length boost setup, court feel and responsiveness in the forefoot, it's still there. And of course, impact protection on the heel is amazing because it's boost. Boost is life. If you're looking for a very nice impact protection sneaker from Adidas, T-Mac Millennium is the way to go. For the upper of the T-Mac Millennium, it is made out of synthetic leather. So synthetic leather equals support. T-Mac Millennium is a wide footer friendly. It has ample space above your foot, which wide footers really like. Of course, lateral support is very good in the T-Mac Millennium. Just need to tighten the laces up to avoid heel slippage, then you're good to go. And as for the traction of the T-Mac Millennium, it is for me a lot better compared to the Hardens that I had and the Marquee Boost. It has herringbone traction. I think this one is a lot better. The one that I have is a lot better in terms of grippiness on the floor, and it doesn't pick up dust, which is really good. Next on this price category is the all-new Nike Zoom Rise. Of course, this Nike Zoom Rise has a big forefoot zoom unit. So if you're looking for a very bouncy sneaker at this price point, especially in the forefoot, if you're a big dude who likes bounciness in the forefoot, the Zoom Rise is really bouncy in the forefoot. You just need to break it in. The injected Phylon is very plush. So impact protection, the heel is awesome on the Zoom Rise. And if you are more into the mid-high cut sneaker, if you want it to really hug your foot, and very supportive upper, the Zoom Rise is good at that. It has a very supportive upper. You can really feel the upper hugging your foot. Of course, the injected Phylon gives you additional stability because it hugs your foot, so no slipping whatsoever on the footbed. Another nice feature of the Zoom Rise is of course the traction. The traction is very dependable. I think it's one of my favorite traction out right now. On a moist court, on a dusty court, it's still very good. And of course, on a very clean court, it is awesome. So next up on this list is the KD12s. If you want to feel a new feeling of bounciness right under your foot, the KD12 is the way to go. It doesn't have a strobo board. Your foot is literally stepping below the full-length bounce unit of the KD12s, and it's really a nice feeling to have. You can really feel the bounciness, especially in the forefoot and the heel. If you like that feeling, and if you haven't tried that, I mean, you have to try the KD12s. I really love the cushion setup of the KD12s. Although it is not a wide footer friendly, it's a very narrow sneaker, so watch out for that. And as for the traction, it really depends on which colorway you will be getting. I would highly recommend to get the solid rubber outsole because for me, I think it's more dependable. I have the gum outsole, which I did in Nike Bayou, and I think there's a couple of new colorways that are out now with solid rubber outsole. As for the upper of the KD12s, it's also very supportive. I don't think this is a wide footer friendly sneaker, but if you have a regular foot and if you don't mind narrow sneakers, the KD12s has a very supportive upper. You just need to crank up and tighten the laces to get that maximum support out of the KD12s. And another impression that left me with the KD12s very similar to the Dame 5s. It has a very nice plush heel ankle cushioning, one of the most comfortable heel ankle cushioning, so you better try them out. Next up on this price point is of course the all new LeBron Soldier 13. If you don't want laces and you don't mind straps, this is a very nice sneaker to have. The traction right off the box, no need for break-in time. Cushion setup, it's very bouncy in the forefoot. There's a big zoom unit at the forefoot, which you can really feel. Impact protection on the heel is also very nice. Although your foot doesn't sit near the ground, still the Soldier 13 is very responsive. Nice cushion setup plus responsiveness is a very nice combination on a sneaker. As for the upper of the sneaker, it is made out of ripstop material, which is very supportive. It doesn't stretch. You just need to tighten the straps and you're good to go with the sneaker. It is a very easy sneaker to wear. The LeBron Soldier 13 is a very good performer. Now for the $160 to the $170 or 8,200 to 8,800 pesos price point. First one is the LeBron 16 Low, which is the little brother of the original LeBron 16. You don't want mid-cut and you want to feel the Zoom Max unit. One of the most bounciest cushion setup out in the market, and if you don't mind being a little bit high off the ground, the Zoom Max units on the LeBron 16s are awesome. Same time, the traction on the LeBron 16s are also very nice. It doesn't pick up a lot of dust. Although it doesn't squeak, it is still very grippy. On a clean court, on a dusty court, there's no problem. The sneaker is very responsive. It has a very nice balance of PSI. You won't feel any lag when you're doing a quick step with the LeBron 16s. The regular LeBron 16s feature mesh upper. I have the Agimat version, which features nubuck upper, which is very supportive. Although the ventilation on the Agimat version is not that good. On the mesh upper, I think it's pretty good. So if you're into more ventilation, if it sweats a lot, better get the mesh version, and I think this one is sold out already. Even though it's a low-cut sneaker, the TPU plate on the LeBron 16s are very nice. Your ankle doesn't move at all. There's enough ankle protection there. Heel support, heel containment, and lockdown is also there on the LeBron 16s. So next on this list, if you want a high cut sneaker, this is a team sneaker, also one of my favorites right now. It's the all new Alpha Dunks from Nike. It has the biggest, thickest forefoot zoom unit according to Nike. It is really bouncy in the forefoot. It reaches to your toes. You can really feel it right off the box. What is also really nice about the Alpha Dunks is the impact protection in the heel. The injected Phylon is also really plush, like the other Nike sneakers out now. So kudos to Nike with this. They are making the injected Phylon really plush for impact protection. They're not making it stiff anymore. Even though there's no zoom unit in the heel, all the injected Phylon sneakers that doesn't have zoom units in the heel are very, very good. Impact protection in all those sneakers, like the Alpha Dunks, is 2 thumbs up. Another feature in the Alpha Dunk that I also really love is of course the traction. Like what I said in the performance review, the first time that I wore the Alpha Dunks, I was playing in the very moist court and I think I was the only one gripping in the floor. So that's a good sign. On a clean court, it's still very good. It picks up the dust depending on the court condition, and I think it depends on the outsole. I have the translucent outsole. The traction on mine still very good. I don't have any problems on my Alpha Dunks. The upper of the Alpha Dunks is one of the most premium uppers made by Nike right now. It's the engineered Flyknit, and it looks like dragon scale or crocodile scales. Right off the box, it's very comfortable. It doesn't need any break-in time. At the same time, very supportive. It has an underlining layer which helps in the support, and you won't feel any slipping off the footbed with the Alpha Dunks. If you are into a high-cut sneaker, if you want extra ankle protection, the Alpha Dunk is the way to go. Very nice ankle protection, heel containment, and heel lockdown on the Alpha Dunk. It's a thumbs up. The last sneaker on this price point, if you want to go retro, Jordan brand is still releasing lots of colorways with this model. It's a Jordan 12s. It has a full length zoom unit, and for the Jordan 12, you just need to break them in a little bit more because the materials are more premium. The carrier cushion is a little bit stiffer. It's not the new injected Phylon that Nike is offering or Jordan is offering. It's a little bit on the stiffer side. Also, the carbon fiber shank, you need to break them in. It is an amazing retro performance sneaker, very low to the ground. At the same time, you can really feel the full length zoom. You can feel the bounciness in the forefoot, and there's enough impact protection on the heel. The traction, it is very grippy. One of the nicest traction setup in a retro sneaker, especially from Jordan brand. And of course, the upper is a mid-high. If you want ankle protection, of course, go retro. The materials are stiffer. You won't slip anywhere in the footbed. Lateral support is very nice. Ankle support is also very, very good in the Jordan 12s. And lastly, on the price points, it's the $190 or 180 to 190. So this range from 9,000 to almost 10,000. The LeBron 16 falls in this category. This is the OG LeBron 16s, which has the Flyknit upper. It is one of my favorite sneakers. I actually have two LeBron 16 because of its look. I have the What The, which is here. And of course the Throne colorway. I especially love the upper. It looks very premium. You can rock them off court. The Flyknit doesn't stretch that much. It's very supportive in the forefoot. Like the LeBron 16 low, they're kind of high off the ground but still very supportive in the heel. Ankle protection, heel containment is there, and there is no heel slippage on the LeBron 16s. And as for the ZoomMax units, although you're high off the ground, you can really feel the bounciness, and impact protection on the sneaker is really, really good. Even though you have thick ZoomMax unit, it's still very responsive. Same as the LeBron 16 lows, the traction on the OG LeBron 16s are amazing. It's very dependable, no break-in time needed, and on a dusty court, doesn't pick up any dust. Sneaker on this price point is another retro. It's a Jordan 13. A lot of new colorways are still coming out right now, and it has a forefoot and heel zoom unit. Like the Jordan 12s, you need to break them in a little bit because it has a stiffer material, especially the upper. Mostly comes in suede or leather upper. And of course, the carbon fiber shank. You need to break them in. Once you have broken them in, it is one of the nicest retro sneakers like the Jordan 12s out now in the market. And the traction on the Jordan 13 is also very, very good. It has the traditional herringbone pattern, which is tried and tested already. It is very grippy. It squeaks a lot. The stability of the Jordan 13 is one of the highlights of the sneaker, especially in the forefoot. And it's a mid-cut sneaker. So if you're into that, you can grab the Jordan 13. I know there's some Jordan 13 though if you don't want a mid-cut, but still the base of the Jordan 13 is really stable. I really like it. And the upper, of course, if it's made out of suede, synthetic leather or real leather, it is very supportive, and it is kind of narrow inside, so your foot doesn't move that much. You're really locked in inside the sneaker. So this is one of the best performing retro sneaker that I would recommend to you guys. So that's a lot of sneakers that I mentioned. I hope I help you guys out. That's it for me in this list. I hope I gave you good recommendations. Let me know what you guys think, or did I leave any of your favorites from my list? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been Marches once again. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to march forward. Peace.